What's up, guys? So, I'm in the Queendom Dream Dome room, and I'm going to bed. But I'm glad I got to let the cat out the bag, because that was killing me. It was like I told everybody for like 9 months while I'm cleaning up this big mess that was in my life. You know, not just my life, my dog's life, my businesses, my client, everything's just gone. They didn't want me to wake up out of this. They really wanted me to die. And because I was waking up, once I had my leg broken and my shoulders torn, and it was obvious I finally had a lawsuit for the first time in my life, after all those accidents, somebody actually hurt me and made me so sick that I couldn't, not sick, but so crippled, broken physically that I could not do anything about it. Uh, but what I was doing. And I did a great job because I built this place in the condition I was in. And I'm going to put the pictures up. I'm putting them up. I'll put them up tonight and let y'all marinate on them. They're deep. So if you go through trauma, you can't handle this shit, don't look at it, man. But look at it and then come see me and get de-traumatized. I have my little Coach Diamond chair in there in my office. But if you that fucked up in the head, man, that means you ain't dealing with that shit. You got to deal with it. You have to go through the steps. Just like when somebody dies, you think you see them all the time. There he goes. There she goes. It's because there's steps to death. There's 7 steps to death. I'm not sure what all of them are because, like I said, my head holds a lot of information. But I know it's like denial and then anger and then like you think you see them everywhere because you can't. Oh, it's denial. That's part of denial. You can't believe they're dead. It took me like 15 years to believe that my brother was actually dead. Maybe 20. First 10 years, I thought I saw him everywhere. So I thought I saw all of him. There he goes again. He's like Tupac, man. He's ain't dead. He's not dead. It's just so wild. It's so wild. It's a wild ride. My whole life's been a wild ride. I feel like I've been on a spaceship. And like this beautiful planet, I just landed here on the most beautiful planet on Earth. And this is not where I'm going. This is where I'm at, but it's not where I'm going. It's so funny that the last few months with him, like me planning, I'm always planning something because that's how you get successful. You constantly plan. It just doesn't end because your goals get higher, higher, higher. And I was telling him about the mansion I'm getting built. You hear me? I'm getting built. And he was like, I want this room and that room and I want this. And I'm like, it's going to be like a spa. I'm going to have like a weed palace and then like a garden palace with all natural herbs. I'm not one to grow herbs because I think it's stupid. It's like the time you're spending to do that. You go right to the store and get that shit. Everybody grows herbs. I ain't doing that. Nah, I don't want to be bothered with the maintenance. Oh, you always got to do the math. Sounds nice. Oh, I love herbs. But then you're going to grow all that shit. You know what kind of maintenance that's for something that costs $1? And when I move to Spain, honey, I'm sure it's when I go to a natural place where it's natural, probably 10 cents or 10 euros. That's all. 10-cent euros. Forgot what cents are in euros. Scooter has so much change. He didn't even take his coins. They're there. And my pictures. I would sure love to know what happened in the last 10 years, every country I was in. Because I actually had fun. And I'm not lying. I was tired, of course. I was high. But when you're high on those drugs, you could do anything. So many people on those drugs that move around every day that you look right in the eye and you don't know it. He's one of them. He goes to work. He goes to work every day. Work from home. But then at night he's there. So, what the fuck, man? You'd be shocked who's right next to you. It's so funny because the whole time when I was with him, he was always complaining about somebody fucking with him. Like my daughter. My daughter does that. So it was like she was here and left at 27. I was doing her laundry till she was 27 and her hair. And do you know that she and him are just alike? It was like, I know God sent him to me for a lot of reasons. And one of those reasons was to see what my daughter was really like, how far she could fucking possibly go. And when she saw that my brain was injured, she started talking crazy to me. First of all, she wanted to fuck him, and that was hilarious. Because I'm telling her, hey, you don't fuck. You keep trying, girl. That's hilarious. Nobody's fucking me. They definitely ain't fucking your ass. It ain't happening, okay? And they just don't have no feelings. And finally, I looked a narcissist in the eye. I never knew what a narcissist was, even prior to my stroke. I never knew. Everybody told me I was a narcissist because I'm so fucking confident. Oh, you know, you're a narc, right? So I just never bothered to research the word. If I had, I could have saved $1 billion. How about that? Because I'd have been rich by now. I'd have left her alone and said, I mean, I had did that already. My friends know. They said, you know, you left Fancy alone. I knew already when I had a bike accident in '09. I had like a series of accidents that came right back behind each other. And I wasn't hurt, but then I had a bad one. I was drunk one night, and I was tabbed up, and I was driving to be red. I was going to a club in West Side, Vegas party. And I don't go out on the 4th of July for one good reason. It's just too much things that can happen, because I always do the math. So I don't go out on the 4th of July. And I went out on the 4th of July to my godfather's house, right? That's another crazy story that I gotta tell. It's so fucked up when you lose your memory. Can you imagine going through life losing your memory? And the people you actually make moves with after the memory loss, you got beef with, or they have beef with somebody you're with and you don't know nothing about it. And you just bring them around. And that happened with my godfather. Susan, evil Susan, his sister beat up my godfather on the block that we worked on 14th Street in front of Whole Foods. Really bad when I left. Her and her boyfriend that I introduced to her on Charles Street beat his ass because he ran the block. And that's good because he deserves to. He's an older man. They beat his ass, and they didn't have to beat him like that, man. They beat him down with black and blues all over his face. You notice that goes around when you talk about Chuck. Everything black and blues, death, murder, fighting. The quietest people in the world and the most pussy in the world. People are not thugs at all. At all. They're quiet. They don't go outside. They don't do nothing. They don't go nowhere. They don't go nowhere. They don't get on plane. They don't do nothing. They don't even go to the store. I don't know how these motherfuckers eat. Because I got eyes on all of them. They ain't leaving the house. I don't know. They must be eating the wallpaper. Or maybe the things I gave them. Eating the sewing machine I gave her. I don't know. It's really wild. Like that door next door don't open at all. I haven't seen us since last March. It's almost a year. Coming around to a year. But the fact that I made this announcement tonight is crazy. I've been dying to do it for so long, but once I got to 7 deadly sins, it was pretty easy because I realized my pride was in the way with my teeth and the way my teeth look. I love teeth. It's my third set. Let me show you something. Here's my picture. Look at my teeth. When I was 17, look at that. I'm 17 years old. I live in a group home. Can you see? And I just got my veneers done. And I'm working at Blue Cross and Blue Shield. 17. Brand new fucking teeth. That's my first set. 17. In the 80s, nobody had veneers. New one. And then, when I get to 30, I do them over. I get off cocaine. I was doing coke for 5 years, thanks to Sharon, doing all that coke in my house and all coke parties. That's what all my friends were doing. My brothers died. But I do some coke. You don't feel good? Nah, why not? Shit. I tell you, up for grabs, man. You in pain, you up for grabs for all the killers and murders. People could judge you all they want, but let them lose a father and a brother and a mother and a sister or whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't know what somebody's breaking point is. It could be somebody yelling at you, fuck you. And then just somebody comes around and says, you want to do some drugs? And you do it. Feels good. Doesn't last very long. But when you're going through trauma, you accept what people have out there. And let me tell you something. In the 80s, everybody was doing coke. Not that it makes it right, but I'm just saying. Thank God it wouldn't crack. Thank God this bed is so comfortable. I hate that it's full of blood over there. I have to put more top on it because it's like affecting. You see my skin all broken out? It affects my skin. I don't know what else. I know it's not the bed anymore. It's the fact that it's here and that everything's been blessed and changed and crystallized and diamondized. And there's so much spirituality in here that the devil piece is actually, believe it or not, affecting my skin. Look, it breaks out all the time and I don't know what to do. It's not my blanket. Everything here is brand new. Wait, Molly, where you want, Molly? You have your treat, right? Oh, she's looking for another treat? Let me see. Wait, you didn't eat all those treats. You couldn't have eaten all those treats. Molly, I gave you 4 treats. I didn't feed her tonight. Oh, here's another treat. I told you there's another treat. Because I don't have to feed her if I don't want to. I just give her a bunch of treats. I make her natural treats. And I just made a big batch yesterday with my hydro berries, which is a version of my skincare in fruit, in the fruit form. It's like 18 fruits with ginger and a whole bunch of good herbs, you know, with goat cheese and a nice, beautiful amazing preserved, very, very hydro. Everything I do is super over the top. So, with the announcement I put out tonight, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to let God take over because that's who runs my life, because everything's planned out. It's just that I did it, and I don't know what he's going to do because he's watching me, and I'm watching him. Well, I'm watching everybody, but I don't have to watch them like that. Like I said, I deal with the spiritual world. I do things in a really different way. I always know what's going on. I just know. Look, his son died. I said, he's going to die. It's pretty obvious. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that little boy's going to die when he's committed suicide 5 times in 2 years. So one in 1 year. You're putting him in a high chair, a car seat at 14, and you think that shit is cute to drive me crazy? And to tell me that that's what you do at 14. I met him at 10. Right there, he shouldn't have been in a high chair. I'm not stupid. If that's the case, where's all the big kids running around in high chairs? I told him he's going to die before we pull off. His head is like that. And he took a picture of him like that. He kept showing it to me. Look at him. His mother tells me what to do, and I have to do it. Y'all are crazy, man. I feel so sorry for him. So I was really obligated to Charles because his parents are crazy. When you have 2 narc parents, if you had 1 narc parent, will kill you. But if you got 2, that's fucked up. And a sister, supposed to be a sister, she's a narc. That poor boy didn't have a chance, man. But if I had had my head cleared up and not been on all those drugs, I could have helped. Because once I got my head together, I was really doing really well. You can see the pictures. My light comes back to me. My skin clears up. My eyes are opening up. My clothes are getting nicer. He's actually looking nicer, too, because he's finally accepting of how I want him to really dress. And he took that as a sign of weakness. Nah, man, I'm a stylist. You ain't rolling down with me looking like that. You look crazy. You're like the killer. And his name is Chucky. Hello, Chuck with the knife. That's what you look like. I'm not the bride of Chucky. I'm not your bride at all. So, I'm glad that I did it. I don't know what's going to happen. I pray that somebody tells me what I should do. I don't go out there and ask people questions, but you know what? Shit changes. I don't know what else to do. FBI knows. Police know. Everybody knows. And he's working with your children. Like I said, if he looks at one child, he's jerking off to them. They don't have to be dressed. Pedophiles don't work like that. You know why he used to sleep? That I knew I really had a problem towards the end? His hands started shifting. Look, his 4 fingers have shifted over because he's jerking off for 50 years, 52 years. He's 61. Yeah, 61. 7 years older than me, and I'm sick. Why? You're 7 years older than me. I don't even know why you got a policy on everybody. You ain't even got a job. Why you paying all these deductibles? I'm processing all the things he did and all the lies that they backed each other up with, saying, yeah, that's true. Because remember, I run everything by everybody. My daughter, my mom, I talk everything. I talk a lot. Everybody knows I run my mouth. Look, the last tape was 2 hours. I'm sure everybody watched it because I have everything I say is very interesting. I don't say nothing boring. Every word that you can't wait to hear what's coming out next. That's why I was a comedian, an actress, and I'm an entertainer, honey. The fabulous Rebecca is back. Dang, man, this is a great story. I'm telling you, I'm like in the middle of writing the screenplay and everything for the movie. It's crazy, but I have to get the teeth first, and I have to tie up a lot of ends. Because as soon as I do it, I'm out of here. I'm still going to come back and do whatever deals I have here, but there's not going to be no money here in a minute. I'm telling you, America's done. Most people are gone already. They're gone already. They started leaving like 3 years ago. People with good sense are out of America. They didn't move out the state. They left the country because they're smart. If you know money, you out. Just go somewhere nice and tropical and live a simple life, man. Live a simple life, because that's what it's about. Being part of the earth, loving yourself. Go somewhere where you can get to the beach all the time. It don't have to be a vacation. It can be your life. Right, Molly? It can actually be your life. That's your choice. You have to make a choice. So, I feel like relieved, but then I'm like kind of like anxious to find out what move's going to happen, because in my mind, when this all went down, I thought it was going to be over for the dog. They were going to arrest him in September. We in February almost. They didn't even call me back, and I know they're not going to, because the climate we're in, I know what's going on, man. I already know. I don't know if y'all know, but people are getting murdered in the droves of, put it like this, look, if you got beef with somebody, this is the time that payback is coming to you. It's too easy. That's all I'm going to say. Put that in your mind, and then you calculate murderers, kidnappers, rapers, child molesters. When they know police are not around, there are no police department. There never was. But when the police tell you there's no police department and say, we're not doing nothing, they make an announcement and make it out of it, and make a mockery out of the judicial system. That does is drive killers, felons, every crazy person you know, even the ones that are not like that, because they tell their friends that and they get hyped up and do stuff off of it. Word, man, we can get away with that. And boom, next thing you know, everybody's getting robbed. They're not just getting robbed because these people are crazy out of their mind between the psych drugs, the abandoned issue, the crack babies that are in their 30s and 20s now. I just had one here, darling. Trust me, they all have a deficit. My mother, and I explained to them, look, you're a crack baby. You have a deficit, darling. Okay? It's not a big fucking deal. You go in a book, you go online, you look up what's the deficit to a crack child. Do I have any of these similarities? Let me get it together and fix it. You don't need any drugs. You need to have control. It's called self-control. And when you know better, you do better. And if you know better and you're not doing better, it's because you don't want to do it. Just admit it and be a bum. You're a sloth. One of the 7 deadly sins. It's that simple. And with that, you become other things. You pick up the other sins too, darling. You pick up lust and start fucking niggas. You do all kinds of crazy shit. It's a package deal. Like I said, everything comes in threes. Sometimes 6 and 10s, depending on who you're dealing with. Comes a lot. I'll tell you something. I've seen a lot of shit in my life, more than anybody have ever seen before I was 2 years old. I have never in my life seen a man act like that, a human being act the way he acts. See, Margaret's a crazy bitch, but she's fly to a level of a crackhead. You know, she's educated. She's very intelligent. She's very savvy. She's got a lot of etiquette and style in class. But behind closed doors, she's another person. But him, behind closed doors, he doesn't have any class or style. He doesn't know how to hold it like that. He doesn't know manners. He opened the door and, he knows how to treat a woman because that's part of his uniform he wears to get what he wants. It's a uniform. He wears a uniform. He doesn't have girlfriends. He never had a girlfriend in his life. One girlfriend in his whole entire life. Can you believe that? And in the book, he talks about how he left her, how he was fucking her, and this when he was a kid. Young. Bobby, last time he put his dick in some real pussy and had sex all over the place. I would love to see that, right, Molly? And what's up, baby? You're not getting any more juice. You're not going to keep asking me for shit all day. Chill out or go to jail. You understand? Look at her. She don't want to go to jail. She wants to go to jail, Molly. Yeah, she's being a pain in the ass. That's what everybody does around me. I want this, I want that. I want you to do hair, let me do hair. You do facial, do facial. Oh my God, you cook, let me cook me that. I just can't take it, man. That's why I said, let me just be alone. Fuck that. You're going to be working me to death. This is my business, man. Just because I work from home doesn't mean you get free things. That's ridiculous. How do I ever get rich? That would mean I work for you. And I don't. So, if you have any suggestions, send it to thrillspot@yahoo.com. And send me an email with any suggestions on what I should do about this child porn situation. Because you can't tell me to call the FBI anymore. When I called them the third time, they hung up on me. So that's it. I got 7,000 people protecting him. They lost steam now because they know I'm up now and I'm getting my senses, and I sent them all those deadly pictures. So now we're dealing with something completely different because you don't want me to be up. Like I said, when you kill somebody, you better make sure they're dead. You better check their pulse. You better make sure their brain is squished. Forget the pulse. The pulse comes back. You better make sure the brain is like this. Take it out and pull it apart like Chucky does and eat it. Because if not, they come back, you're in a lot of fucking trouble. Especially if it's your mother. Especially if it was your friend. Somebody you call a friend for 40 fucking years and you live in the house he gave you. You in trouble, my Molly. And it ain't going to jail, like I said to Molly. It ain't going to be jail. Got my bitches in jail, but nah, not that. It's too easy. You can adjust to that shit. Adjust like a giant group home. Got a bigger surprise, and I'm not going to mention what it is, and it's perfectly legal, and I'll let y'all know what it is. A spiritual target. Ain't shit you could do about it either. Right, Molly? See my little thumb-out dog? She likes to bite me, and she likes to eat me. See why I never get upset? See what I have? I have my thrills, I have my weed, I have my Molly, I have God, Jesus, Buddha, a million of them. I have my Hawaiian gods. I have every country I've been to, guys. I just got my Tibetan Lux mask. That's a massive luxury. I have my Greek gods. I have my Charles Dickens figurines for my piano that my dad got me. I have my police officer right there that my dad got me the old-fashioned one from London, one of the figurines on my piano. I have all my beautiful things that I love, and I have my spirit back. That's the biggest thing, man. Material shit ain't mine. It's beautiful to have, that's for sure. But when you got your spirit broken, you can't have shit. I don't care. Like I said, there's a lot of millionaires sitting in an empty house with nothing. They all that shit. Everybody I know that rob people, they ain't got shit. They took all that stuff and they were sitting in it after the robberies, and they were actually more miserable because once they stole, now they're paranoid. When you steal, you're paranoid. That's part of your conscience that you can't bite off, man. Think about it. Who steals and is actually doing great the next day? Don't have shit. Don't have nothing. They have less. Like I said, situations get worse when you're not improving them daily. Look at my baby. When you're not improving them daily, you're actually making them much worse. Because life is about self-preservation. And it's about constantly you're looking at those instructions of life and making adjustments because times change. That's why it's stupid to have a Bible when you can go online and look at it. That's number one. And it's stupid to have 7 Bibles and they all say the same shit. It's just that you want to dictate it in different ways to confuse people and twist their minds up in the name of God. And that's fucked up. Right, Monty? It's terrible. We should send them all to jail. But we're not going to do that, right, Monty? See how tough she is? I don't play around. My animals are like the toughest. Where's now? Look at that little girl. You would never think Molly is this tough. Look at her. She likes to fight me and she likes to bite me. She's crazy. Look, she's crazy. She's violent, little thugged out dog. See? She thugged out. Molly's a thugged out. Ouch! Sometimes I swear she takes her foot and stick it in my rib. Ow! Jeez, I ate pasta. You saw my stomach? I look all big like a donut. I gotta chill out. No pasta this week. Tomorrow salad. Tomorrow I'm juicy. Tomorrow fitness. This is what I'm working on. My mindfulness is self-awareness, fitness, and business. I just left courage, strength, and endurance. That was 3 months. I just started fitness, business, and self-awareness last week. And I did fitness and fucked up my fucking leg. I had to go to pain dog. He had to shoot up something, relax the muscle. Oh my God, I was in so much. I had to learn how not to overdo shit. I really don't know how to do it. I've been a drama queen my whole life. So I have to do 8 crunches, I'll do 18. You know, if I have to do 7 sets, I'll do 16. I just have to learn how to scale everything back in my brain because the numbers are so. That's one deficit I have from the stroke is that my numbers are still very high in my head and they don't make sense to me. So if I make like 4 ounces of something and I only need 1 ounce, it seems like the 1 ounce is just way too small. Even though in reality, I gotta remember that because I waste a lot. I really do still waste. I'm coming out of that. How not to waste things and scale everything back. I feel like everybody should actually do that because when you think about mindfulness, when scaling back means that you really don't need it. Which is, gratitude is what I worked on first. Gratitude, patience, and faith. Jeez, you gotta know I needed that shit. I wanted to kill everybody, man. I was chopping down doors. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I was sending all my haters pictures and threats for like 7 months. While I'm building this, I'm trying multitask. But I let them know because I didn't see the pictures. I didn't see any of this stuff. I had to get it off the computer. I had to find my life and what happened to me the last 10 years because nobody's around. And basically, he's the one that mainly knows because he has all the pictures. And he showed them to me because I was fucked up when he showed them to me. Look at you, Rebecca. Look. Do you see yourself? You're worse than me. He would say to me, you're bipolar 1 and I'm bipolar 2. What the fuck is bipolar? You're throwing so many names at me and I can't see anything to research because I research things. That's how you get smart. Somebody say something, you'll be like, really? Okay, go online and find it. If they don't have an answer, and even if they do, you should still research. You don't know what the hell people's versions of stuff are. They can tell you a cat is a pig. Like my daughter bought, as soon as I got my dog, she runs out, gets $800 together and goes to a lady in the project somewhere on Craigslist and goes to find a Pomeranian. Remember, they're dictating me what things are. She tells me that her fucking dog is a fucking Pomeranian. It's like 4 feet high and it's going bah. I said, that's a fucking sheep. That's a sheep, yo. It's a goat or something. That's not a dog. It's not a dog. You call him Foxy, but that shit is not even a fox. It's a fucking lamb. Right? Don't lambs. I know I got married, had a little lamb, the little freaking rain. 100 years old. My dad got me. That's a lamb. I know lambs. Bah, you know that little animal thing you pull the cord out and it makes the animal sound? That's what you got. And I know it is. So I better stop lying. Yeah, I don't have food poisoning disease. That's not a disease. It's an ailment that you can avoid. So, look, they want to come and get some. Come and get some, right, Molly? You stay strapped forever. Because ain't nobody ever going to come at me or come for me. I have the right to blast your ass away if you threaten my life, whether the police get you or not. I'm pretty sure there's another microphone under my bed because there's these big giant boxes I had to remove that are supposed to be generators, but they come with a car battery in them. That's how big they are. They're like 70 pounds. I have like 6 of them here. There's still a few under the bed. I don't care what he listens to. Like I told everybody, I don't have no secrets, man. If I'm going to do something, you're going to be the first to know. I don't do anything secret. Like, don't tell her. No, tell her I said it. That would imply I'm nervous or scared or afraid. And I'm not scared of anything. Nothing. You know what nothing is, right? When I have something, bring it. I'll fix it. Especially when I've been fixing everybody's problems all my life. It's so funny how I focused on this for 1 year. And I finished it with the condition my body was in, with all these things happening, being under attack, a terroristic attack. Man, I gotta find the rest of this bomb. My dog sleeps under the bed. And that's where he had it at. So it's like, oh, gee whiz. You fucking crazy? This shit is crazy. The fact that nobody came to my rescue and all I needed was to just go talk. My daughter told me, no, you can't come over. My boyfriend said, I can't have company. And you need to go to sleep. You're being a drama queen. My girlfriend Tanya says, no, go to sleep because you should go to a dog-friendly hotel. Like, I can't make it to a hotel if I need to go. Because I need to talk. I don't need to stay in your house. Fuck, your husband just molested me. I need to talk. We got to formulate a plan to get this motherfucker out of here because I'm going to die. He's going to kill me. You know what she said? I'll take your dog when you die. Huh? Well, she wrote it down. That's what she said. I'll take your dog when you die. Word? Okay. Guess what? I died. And I was dead. And I'm done with that. Do you want to see what I did because of what happened to me? It's called my beautiful death wall. And it's really beautiful. Look at this. This is me in a coma. See? That's me laying in the coma with a big giant blessed crystal. I blessed it with a big giant, huge, biggest one I can get. That's blessed. It says blessing. And these are all the wires I had inside. Every last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 coming out of my arms. And they were trying to find some in my legs. Isn't that beautiful? And they took my fashion away, honey. So I have Coco Chanel saying, don't be like the rest of them, Julie. Don't be like everybody else. Don't ever. And beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Coco Chanel said it best. And it's the truth. Be yourself. And this, my dear, are the clutches they had on me. The layers. Look, layers. That's him. That's my evil daughter. That was the doctors fucking with me. My fucking bullshit whack-ass friends. And the last one was my, they weren't friends, but they were just people like club people and people like I knew from everywhere else that were talking shit and just everybody else. There you go. That's everybody else that was fucking with me. So this is what I designed. It's a light. That's my light switch. With the mirror where you can actually look at yourself. Isn't that beautiful? And there's a lantern up there. And there are clouds up there. And there are crystals. And what I did to save myself was get the skin cells right. You see my skin cell? Ouch, Buddha. You see that beautiful skin cell? That's what I repair, and that's what saved my life from everything. Sepsis, coma, stroke, shingles, of course, eczema. Jeez, I've had so much stuff right after surgery, all kinds of shit. And the beautiful thing I have, so I didn't kill anybody right away, is Buddha. That's right. My Buddha waterfalls I designed. See, I take my hate. I'm going to make a bucket load of money off of it. Because when they do it to you, they do it to everybody else. So this place, when I tell you it's protection, and it's ladled with a bunch of fly-ash crystals inside. Oh, let's not forget my beautiful mask that I sell for $6.50. These are protective masks. They're feng shui masks. They're every kind of mask. The evil eye crystal mask. This one is gratitude with the sage head adorned with the fur feathers. These are different kinds of feathers, not Indian feathers. And the evil eyes. They're beautiful. And they're Hawaiian engraved wooden masks. What? Molly, stop crying and stop being a pain in the ass. Oh, you go. Where, Molly? Let's say it together. To jail, darling. You want to go to jail? Come on, I'll get in bed with you. Oh, yes, the big old bloody bed. Let's get in it. Oh, gosh, man. So I'm going off to Betty Bye because I have a lot to do tomorrow. And I have these brain games I have to play every night. Get addicted to shit. I like brain games. That's why I used to read so much. But I still read a lot. But this time I have to learn. I have so much training. Molly, can you stop? No more juice. Stop. You're a brat. I don't like brats. I just got rid of a bunch of them. Good night.